Look deeply into my eyes and repeat what I say, Mr. Beck. I'm Keith Olbermann. Welcome to Countdown Online and another first guess. For a long time I have listened to and read the words of Lonesome Rhodes Beck. It's why I have gray hair. And I've been left again and again with the same impression, that Mr. Beck's delusions are like those we see late in the movie Network, where the corporate titan who owns the company that owns Howard Beale brings Beale in, screams at him, and explains the world to him. And then Beale runs out and starts spouting the same nonsense on the air. Like Beale, Beck says it all with such conviction, such certainty, such borderline religious ecstasy, that it is as if he has just been proselytized and is now repeating what he's heard. I keep seeing that scene over and over again. Ned Beatty explaining that there are no nations, there are no peoples, there are no Russians, there are no Arabs, there is no third world, there is no West, there's only one holistic system of systems, one vast, interwoven, interacting, multivariate, multinational dominion of dollars. That is the natural order of things. You have meddled with the primal forces of nature, and you will atone. And in the movie, the next thing you know, Howard Beale is out there telling people that the individual is dead and the corporate state is a good thing. Most of the folks on Fixed News are like this. They repeat completely absurd arguments. Obama's not from here, all Muslims are terrorists, Bill O'Reilly is sane, but they do it poorly, as if they can't quite remember the talking points, as if they heard it and they agreed with it, but right in the middle they were thinking, ooh, look, a kitty, and they missed whatever was the filling in the BS sandwich. This explains the morning show in particular, where Steve Doocy, Brian Kilmeade, and Gretchen Carlson seem to be in perpetual competition to see who can get as many details wrong as possible. But Beck is different. The morning clowns forget, and O'Reilly most necessarily embellish, and Dobbs can't hear very well anymore. But Beck is, and I know what I'm saying when I use this word, Beck is good. Beck gets the whole memorize and repeat it stuff. And I think I finally found out why. Years ago, we learned that a Fox vice president named John Moody, who was at my college radio station until the year before I got there, used to send out quick editorial notes every morning that defined the wacky conclusions that all of Fox's worker bees were supposed to say and conclude and support and defend and lay down their lives for. That mantle has since been picked up by others, and the middling results continue, a kind of garbled word-of-mouth telephone game fundamentalism. But Beck is different. And now comes New York Magazine's article on the inner workings of Fox Noise, a must-read incidentally, and the analysis of that article by Media Matters. That organization notes that at least 6 times since August of 2008, as recently as the 11th of May of this year, Lonesome Rhodes Beck has pronounced as if it were fact that President Obama had created or was creating his own national police force. What this is, of course, is a simple paranoid reaction to a speech Obama gave in 2008 in which he proposed expanding AmeriCorps from 75,000 people to 250,000. AmeriCorps was a Clintonian expansion of the old VISTA group, Volunteers in Service to America. And most intriguingly, its 75,000 size was reached when it was doubled by President Bush. But to the crazy, it's Obama's private army. And now finally we get this from New York Magazine about then White House advisor David Axelrod and Fox's puppeteer Roger Ailes. Quoting, in one meeting in 2008, Ailes told Axelrod that he was concerned that Obama wanted to create a national police force. You can't be serious, Axelrod replied. What makes you think that? Ailes responded by emailing Axelrod a YouTube clip from a campaign speech Obama had given on national service, in which he called for the creation of a new civilian corps to work alongside the military on projects overseas. Later, Axelrod related in a conversation that the exchange was the moment he realized Ailes truly believed what he was broadcasting. There it is, in inglorious color, the exact provenance of the crap Beck and the others spew out. Roger Ailes, madman, paranoid, genius, sees the benign and the normal, mixes in his own prejudices and hatreds and especially fears. Roger Ailes lives, waking and sleeping, the life of the terrified man, and then he recites them to Glenn Beck. like Ned Beatty's Arthur Jensen recites them to Peter Finch's Howard Beale. Only Ailes and Beck are real. And now we must ask again why Beck is leaving Fox. Has the puppet somehow realized he is a puppet, or that the puppeteer might be crazier than he is? And when he goes off on his own, who's going to keep him hooked on the crazy? See you on Current on June 20th.